Thank you very much for having me back a second time. Incredible lady here. I couldn't believe her age when she told me.
Let's not tell everybody.
She puts all this food out for us, and it's just amazing. So thank you very, very much. Yep. George Raudenbush. I'm also known as Cat Dad. I got that name because I was aggravating one of the city council people, because Young Williams has a program. It's called the Community Cat Program, and they actually take the cats out that they don't have room for, and they place them in different neighborhoods just randomly. So I took it on myself, since we had an overpopulation of cats, to take them in, give them a bath, find a home for them. Well, this happened very quickly, and I was getting homes for cats very quickly. And so I got a call from City Council Janet Testerman, and she said, "What are you doing giving cats away?" And I said, "Well, the cats are sitting out there, they're dying in the winter." I said, "I'm finding homes for them." She told me to stop doing it, and she said, "Our numbers are dropping." And I said, "Well, that's a good thing, right?" She said, "No, our funding is dropping, because the bigger the problem, the more money they get." So I realized at that point that there's something wrong in our city government when they want big problems because they get more funding. So at that point, I looked at other things that were going on. For about 10 years, I've been, since 2014, I've been in the Parkridge community. When I first got there, it was drugs, prostitution, and gangs. When I first arrived there to find another homeless vet, or a homeless vet, find him a room to rent over there, because that area of the city, I didn't know at the time, was very low income. And so I found a room for $200 for him. As a result of that, he helped this gentleman that his roof was collapsed in, the windows were broke on his property, and it was a win-win for both Mr. Forrest and for Barry Winchell. That's when I got started in the Parkridge community. From there, we brought in other community folks, Home Depot, Lowe's, to do work on his house at no charge. You can find all that on the website, electcatdad.site, S-I-T-E. But anyway, as I started doing that, developers, or not developers, but private developers, investors, started coming in and buying up all the drug houses. And when they did that, we started just a renovation of the whole neighborhood, of the whole Parkridge community. That resulted in H1 overlay with the city, which is in it becoming a historical district for restoration. So when I first got there, the houses were valued at $20,000 to $60,000. Today, you can't touch a house in that neighborhood for less than $250,000. You can walk down the street at night, you don't hear gunshots. It's just amazing. It only takes one person to do that. But in that 10 years that I've been in that Parkridge community, a little over 10 years, we've developed another program called Project Foundations for Families, where we buy tax sale properties and help other people. We finance to them with no interest for exactly what we paid for the property. Once they get their land, we teach them how to build as you go with no banks involved, because the bank always wins. We're not going to set people up for failure. I started creating that program because there was a need, and that was outside of the neighborhood. We started feral cat rescue in that neighborhood as well. But during that 10 years, I kept coming back to the city with issues with different departments, and they weren't running effectively, they weren't running efficiently, and in some cases there was fraud involved by these departments and the department heads. So when I confronted those folks in reference to neighbors being fined unlawful and unconstitutional fines, they quit finding those people, but then they came after Nate. So they gave me a $650 citation for a lot that we have that we were cleaning up after a storm. and their premise was that I had not pulled a construction permit and that I was performing construction. So we sent our notices out, we did all the legal stuff, not heard a thing from them since. But I decided at that point, I've never been in politics, I've always been a person to do the right thing and to help people, and I've done that in our community. And I decided, and I decided at the very last minute, matter of fact, everybody else was on the ballot, and I thought, I've got to do something to fix this. So the first thing I did is I picked up the phone and I called different people that were running, and I only had one person to call me back, and he was just starting his campaign, he couldn't tell me what the issues were or how to fix them. So I said, well, I need to get involved, and that's why I ran, or I'm running for 6th District. So,
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.